Welcome, my Zentangle friends. I'm Emmy, and I am a CZT, which means I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. I'm excited to be here with you today. We have a Zentangle headquarters pattern for day 19. It's called Mirth. And I actually can tell you I was a lucky girly to be at that conference where they released this pattern. So that said, let's get started. There's so many variations. Here's one that I made just for you. Look at how wonky the sizes can be on this and how much fun you can have with it. And it is pure Zentangle in the fact that it's non-representational, which means it can go any of these directions and look every bit as cool. That's a big deal, you know, not to have to worry about your shape. So let's study how to do this shape. Grabbing my keepsake first, and I'm going to put it in this 2 by 2 inch box. I'm starting with my pencil, and I'm going to lay a wavy line around here. Well, this is the way I like to do it. If you look online, you will see other versions, and that's good too. So be sure to give that a go. Now it's for me to decide where I'm going to put that smile. Do I want it here or here or here? I'm going to do it here. It's not exactly in the middle. It's very much off-centered. So it's definitely a smile. And then I thicken the smile. It's even kind of a one-sided grin. Thin it in or fill it in. So I'm going to use these pencil lines that I made, but pencil lines are always made to be changed. I'm going to take a line from the smile on one side out and on the other side out. Kind of like this. It's kind of, I call it an anchor piece. I'm going to do another one. Comes off here on a bit of an angle like that. And I'm even going to do a third one. I'm going to go to the other side of the smile and aim for this side. You see my lines have a bit of a wave, and that's an awesome thing, to be free to do what your pen wants to do and not worry about it. So I want to do a little thickening at the bottom of each of these. Lots of times I like to even start at the top and thicken and really widen, as you can see in that spot there. Bring it down and widen at the bottom. A little bit of thickening all the way down that time. Let your pen just fill that in and widen as kind of a bit of an anchor. I think that's the way Zentangle put it. It's easier for me actually to work in this direction. So I'm going to take my line off of here and widen. Go back, fill in, especially at the anchor spot there. It's my chance to make my gorgeousness here. Okay, I'm going to start here at the foot of it, the base of it, where the smile is, and do this again. Take your time to fill it in. At this point, you're not at all worried about how things look. You're just concentrating on making that really nice line. The sun is coming in and it is making a shadow. I am sorry. I'm going to come up here now. Let's see if I can get that shadow out of the way. That's better. Okay, so I'm going to start back here and I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to go wide at the bottom. Actually, it's not wide at all yet, but it will be. Anchor in each direction. with several lines. Do another one here. So I want to thicken these like I did over here. Obviously they're closer together, there won't be as much thickening. If you kind of branch off a third or a quarter of the way down or whatever feels right. So thin at the top, thinner, and then thicker as you go down. Well, I never thought the sun would be a problem. It's a lovely problem. This is pretty how this is turning out. I hope you like it too. Kind of depends on how big your smile is, but this is the point where I fill in my smile behind. It has the illusion of being a band that's going all the way around. That's easier to see on here. You see how it has the illusion of going behind here and here? Here's another good example. It's easier to see on there than it is on here for some reason today. So at this point, I'm going to come along here and add some bands on that side, and then kind of fairly evenly spaced on this side as well. Thicken. And let's go for the bottom part now. You remember we put quite a wonky line in here. So what I'm going to do is just start down here all the way to where I want. Know that pencil lines, as we spoke already, are made to be changed. Pretty, isn't it? So starting back at the top, and like I mentioned to you before, it's easier for me to work this direction for some reason. It's fairly tight at the top, and then it branches out toward the bottom in my way of doing this pattern. Like I said, you'll see others, especially if you get on that mosaic site that I mentioned to you. And you can get on that for free, and you can also join it if you want, but fill between. I don't think that these are big enough to get your 0.5 out, or a thicker pen, Sharpie, whatever, but if you do want to give that a go, this is the time to do it. This pattern is so cathartic I may fall asleep on you. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I'm just in the zone. All right, that's how it ends up looking. Now, the way I do this is I start anywhere, and I kind of where the pencil lines are. Do you see I'm adding a little bit of a wave to my line? Now that said, you can certainly try it both ways, but I like the way that looks with a little wave. A lot of pen lifting here. It means that I can re-anchor. And I just love this little bit of a ruffle. And now we're ready for some shading. So grab your pencil, whatever it happens to be. And oh no, wait a minute. I forgot one thing. Sorry. Okay. I like to put, and I could have done that after shading too, but I still like to do it this way. Okay, I'm going to take advantage of these kind of waffles or wavy lines that I put in and put some whiskers. See, I'm taking advantage of this little line here, and I'm going to use that to help me with my whisker shapes. This one, I'm kind of going to go that way with it. Kind of like I have created, in my opinion, kind of a pretty petal of a flower in this way. Even though I don't know that mirth is designed to be a flower, it's designed to be what you think it might be, right? Because it's non-representational. And then I want to do a little bit in the middle too here. And a little bit here. A few whiskers coming down here from the middle. You see, I'm really flicking my pen. So you can see the paper underneath, but that's going to aid in my darkening in the middle where it should be darker. Okay, now shading all the way around. Don't bother with the black lines, they will just get shiny. Just shade the white. My first time around, I'm going to work real lightly. I may go round again. I'm sure you're like me and you can see a use for this pattern. I'd like to put it on a stick and put it in a garden stem in that case. Following my curve. Do you see how my pencil lines are following my curves? I can't believe we're on day 19 already. Do you? It's just crazy. It's been a fun journey. And it certainly is establishing new patterns for me with my drawing. So, whatever blender stump you happen to have handy, and let's push the shade around. Smudge it on. Again, stay away from the black as much as you can. This is going to give the illusion of these petals, or this petal, being curved. Oh, it's so pretty. I hope you like it too. Alrighty, let me show you what I did in my compilation piece that does not have words. No poem here. I stuck it kind of in here like the butterfly is interested in it almost, right? So at this point, I'm not adding shading or anything to any of this, but I will. I will add connectors to this. And on here, I have to look this over pretty carefully, but I really do think I would enjoy having maybe right at the base of this, right here. So, pencil first. Squiggly line. Need to be changed. I think I'd like it to go into there. And then, I think I'm going to have the smile over in this region. Now, switch over to your 01 or whatever pen you're using. And create a hefty smile. So the first thing I want to do is from the smile to the outside, and this is going under that last pattern we made. So I'm going to do a line out and another and a third, and maybe I'd like one going up too. I'm going to do the other side, one going up and out and out. If you think of it that way, it's kind of like the north wind. Let's not think about that. I don't want to think about the north wind now. Okay, if I go from the middle and radiate my pen strokes out, it's easier for me to thicken and have it be a piece. Okay, so a little thicker and out. Then at the top, thicken, and quite wide there at the bottom. Smooth it out a bit. Look my other ones over. They look pretty good. This can be joined a little more, I think. You can easily change your mind. These are going underneath. There's nothing I can do with that. So let's do these top ones. And I want to add the back side of that smile here now, so that it has the illusion of going behind. Thicken, fill, add a line in here, I think. How fun is this? Alrighty. Let's do these lines from radiating from the middle out. Going behind again here. And coming out. So whatever way your pen wants to work, isn't this fun? It looks so pretty. So now I'm going to add my pen line around the body of this piece. And remember, I like to add them like wonky style, like wavy. Like it definitely has the illusion to me of having a wave. While I'm doing this, I can do my version of a little bit of quality control and see if I missed anything. On the job quality control, right? Okay, that's it. Looks pretty good. A couple of white bits there poking through. Different angles. Okay, get some flicks going on in here. Try to follow that middle bit if you can. And then from the bottom, follow the shape of this wavy line you made. Heidi and Joe, I'm so glad you're here today. Thank you for following along with me. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for that. And everybody else, I'm so glad for your comments and for following. And I will keep bringing it up whenever I can. I think that's a little too bright here. You see, I'm kind of pushing this in, kind of trying to use a bit of a circular motion. There's a lot going on here because I don't want to get the black, but I do want this shade to travel up the sides. And you may want to go over this more than once. Makes sense to me. Okay, my mono 0. I know we've seen this before, so you're golden with it. And I want to get a little bit of this there we go. Push that around so that I can have a little bit of the gray. Now I got a smaller paintbrush today. Shake off my divots. Very nice. I surely hope you like this. Thank you for being here on day 19 and every day. I will see you tomorrow for day 20. Bye.